Ooh, hello everyone. How's it going? All right, it's 2 Point Campus time again. Okay, so today it's Siege of Noblestead. Now, yeah, Siege of Noblestead was done on Thursday by the dev team. Abby did a great job, apart from everybody piling on and ruining her silver. I don't have sabotage or help today, and never will, because I'm far too competitive for that. So, we are going to be working on Siege of Noblestead. My current high score is 408 students leveled up in the 2-year period. We've also got the invasions. Now, if I remember rightly, when I first did this, oh god, years and years, it hasn't even been... When I first did this a long time ago, I didn't do the little maze to try and slow down the invaders. So that's going to be something that I try. So we're going to restart and we're going to dive on in and see how well we do here. So, yeah. That's where we're at. So, the aim of the Siege of Noblestead, if you've not played it, is to level up students and repel invaders. I can't remember the course. I think there's a special course for this one that we need to build a room for, so that's something that we're going to have to be aware of. And of course, no loans, the usual challenge mode stuff. So let's dive on in, and we will start working on our night school. So we need to get a plot first, and I don't know what plot people normally get. I can't remember what I went for. I think I maybe just went for the cheapest one. 25 grand, 20, maybe that one will do us. We'll take it with buildings and then sell the plot as usual. I don't think this is the best idea, so this might, I've just remembered, I think the actual plot we work on is outdoors, so that could be a bad move. So right, okay. So first things first, I'm going to just sort out the grass here. We're going to make that nice and even. Okay, right, now, we need a battleground. Yes, that's correct. It's the outdoor stuff. Okay, let's see. Battleground. This might have already been a very bad idea, but we'll get to it. We'll start working on it. We'll bring our battleground just to here. Then we'll add an entrance to it and the usual bump just to finish it off. Now, what we need to do is we need to try and make it impossible for invaders to get into this battleground. So that's going to be our first kind of port of call for this playthrough. We will then build an actual campus building. There we go. We will grab that and we'll put it... We can't put it right next to... Hello, Diz. How you doing, mate? Yeah, we can't put that right next to the battleground, unfortunately. We've got to have a little bit of space that we use to prevent any sort of issues going on. We'll actually grab it. We'll then pull this building all the way around to here so that students go out and then immediately end up in the battleground. Then we will just expand everything along. I keep missing one bit. Oh, dear. There. Then we'll... There. That's it. That's better. Hello, Georgia. How you doing? Right, we'll then put this building here, and then we want to put a little side door that goes out here and immediately into the battleground. I don't know how this is going to work or if I'm going to completely regret this decision, but that goes in there. And then while that's building, let's have a look at what teachers we can hire. Now, we should be able to get some pretty good teachers. We do have... That's a security janitor that we're going to need to get rid of the invaders. Ah, no problem, Georgia. Thank you for watching anyway. I really appreciate that. So I don't think we can actually... we might be able to upgrade the course. That's one thing that we're going to have to keep an eye on. And then what else do we need to do? Yeah, I'm pretty good too, Diz. Thank you. Let's see what teachers we can hire. We still only have level 1s, but again, that could be down to the fact that we don't actually have a high level yet in our course. What we're going to put in now, we need a lecture theatre, so we'll just use some of the blueprints that I put together for challenge mode in particular. So we'll put that one down. We will then put in a... Right, okay, so that does give us some course points, which is good. We want to try and push the course level as high as we possibly can, like we've already talked about. We'll put a dormitory in next. We'll get that one... okay, we'll put it down here. It will just fit in there quite nicely. But what about down here? We can kind of box things around in here. Let's go down to the bottom. Again, it's all just a little bit off. Right, okay, that goes in, that's fine. Then we will get another template. Now, I want to put in some private tuition. And we'll start with these semi-size of... Oh, you got 2 Point Hospital. Amazing. Well, I hope you enjoy playing it, Georgia. It's such a good game. And yeah, there's a lot to do in there, so I hope you have a lot of fun playing it. I really enjoyed it. I do need to go back and get on with the DLC though. That's been a long time coming, so maybe that'll come at some point. But yeah, we've been playing too many other things. But yes, I do hope you enjoy 2 Point Hospital when you finally get to play it. It's one of my favourite games of recent history, to be honest. I love it. I think 2 Point Studios are fantastic. That's not, you know, me playing favourites. I just think that they're so good. Yeah, far too many games, not enough time at all. Now, we've got them in place. We could also do with a library. I think this could be a good one. We used this last time, didn't we? Yes, this was my... yeah, this library was... in the last challenge mode I did, but it is such a weird shape, it's not going to work like that. I mean, we could expand this building, so that's something that we should be aware of. That is an option for us. Let's see, do we have any other security janitors? We do. We've got one there and another one here. And can we upgrade this? No. Yeah, we need to research that upgrade, so we can't do that yet. Let's just go to our course tab and see what they need in this night school. So they are going to need a jousting field in year 2. They need the Dragon Tower, artillery, night school bookcases. So there's quite a lot that they need to expand. And my aim is basically we try and push this as high as we possibly can with our limited budget to begin with. Get those levels quite high, and then we will see what we can do about improving things when we get to year 2. So I don't actually have... Oh, I do have a medical office. Medical office is going to be important because I think the invaders will cause some medical issues on campus, and again we need to unlock the Omnicure upgrade through research. So we will just I'm going to expand this building so I can fit that monstrosity of a library in. We'll just grab these private tuition rooms and move them into position here, and then I'll put that library in somewhere else. So if we pop that down there, and then I can just grab my library template and put that in here. Can we just expand a little bit further? Yes. It's a very weird building layout here, but we'll manage. We'll deal with that. That's not too garish looking, I suppose. That goes in, and it's not a great fit, but it does the trick. It does the trick. We'll put this over here, and then we'll put the door there somewhere if we can fit it in. Yeah, there we go. Then we can actually get rid of these 2 bookcases that we don't need. We'll get rid of the radiator. I don't know if we actually need radiators on this level, thankfully. We'll just move this to here, shift this bookcase along, get this back in place. There we go. And then we need a night school bookcase as well, which we do have unlocked, thankfully. We can put that in here, and another one should just go in there. Excellent. Right, that will do. We have that in. I think we're just about ready to go. We just need to hire some night school teachers, but we can also upgrade our course, which will then require another teacher, I think. And what we'll also do is we will try and just drop our tuition fees down So we get 16 students in. That's 2 groups of 8, which is good. We'll apply those changes, and then we will hire our first set of teachers. Now, these guys aren't going to be particularly good. We do need a librarian, so that's that assistant hired. And if we can get some more janitors, which I don't know if that's going to be possible, then we will start hiring some teachers. And it looks like we are only getting like low-rated teachers, which is a little bit of a shame. So the next thing we can actually do is start working on a kind of hedge maze. So what I want to do is grab these hedges here. Now they're going to come off from this building here down to here, and then they're going to kind of loop around and seal off our night school class there. So with that being sealed off, we can then start making a hedge maze around here. Now actually, that reminds me, what I'm going to need to do here is build a staff room. And I thought I had one, but I don't. So we'll put a staff room in. Now, the reason I'm putting a staff room in is our staff will want to go for a break, and normally what that means is they will run off going around the grounds. We can't have that happening. We need them to come inside and not go anywhere else. So they have to come in here for a break. We can't have them running off and getting lost in the hedge maze that I'm going to build. Then we will have our students come in and start the year once we've hired all of our teachers. And again, it looks like they're only going to give me rubbish level 1 teachers, so we may need to do some training, which is going to involve creating a training room, and I don't think I have one. Oh, I do have one. We've got a little training room here that we can put in place. That's pretty good. And I have a second training room here. We'll put that in, and then we should be able to start training some teachers. Ah, there's a good teacher, level 2. So we'll keep waiting for them to come in. Then we'll start the academic year, let our students come into the campus, and then we will build our hedge maze. So once the students are on campus and we've got the hedge maze in place, we should be able to prevent our invaders causing any lasting damage to the rest of the campus. So we'll just pick up these 2 private tuition rooms and move them down a little bit. And I'm actually going to need to put in another dormitory, so we can do that as well. So we've got 2 private tuition rooms. I'm going to duplicate this dorm. That is going to go here. Little door there with a tiny little gap in that space there. So it's not amazing, but we will get our hedge maze up and running. Can I get... Right, if I can get another level, which I'll probably get from hiring teachers, we can upgrade this course again. There... bin blindness. Come on. Give me a new applicant. Ooh. Okay. Night school, but with research as well. That's pretty good. It was almost very satisfying, Georgia, but I got mugged off. In fact, do you know what? I can't be dealing with that. We're gonna have to move this hand sanitizer. We'll put it somewhere. We can find somewhere for it, or we'll get rid of it. Then we'll get rid of the door. We'll move the picture along here and the sweet table. And then we'll have that picture there. We'll put the door here. Now we can say it's a nice, satisfying fit. And I've got a bit of space to expand, so we just need to get our teachers in. There's another level 2 teacher. Okay, gets hungry easily, but that's okay. We'll take that. You're very welcome, Georgia. It is much better, I do agree. Now, what else can we bring in? We do have... what can I put in? What can we do? I suppose we could put our research in, and that might be a good idea, because we can then start doing that as soon as possible. So I'll just put a research department in here with a door and a basic research area. That should then boost us up a little bit further, and then we'll start putting in some snack machines. So we want to get the morsel men machine in. We also want to go with a pulp station for the energy. We'll put a bin right there as well, and then the ramen kiosk, which will give our students the ramen power perk. We'll put that down and hire an assistant to work in it. Jeffrey Wriggle will do. And then we'll add in something else. What do we need? We need, we'll have another couple of vending machines in down here in this little nook. So we'll get that on. And then we will get in an arcade machine down here as well. Another one there. And I guess we can put in some benches just so that students have actually somewhere to sit. And that's level 6, which means we can manage our course and upgrade our course again. Cool. Right, we don't need to make any adjustments. Let's have a look at how many students we actually get coming in. Yeah, we drop that down a little bit more. And then 24. Yeah, excellent. Okay, so that gives us 3 groups of 8 coming in to study, which gives us plenty of students to level up going into this first year. Now we will we'll just grab that fairy tale bookworm there. And what else can we do? Who can we hire? There's another teacher there that could be good. We'll bring that one in because actually we are going to need to do a fair bit of private tuition as well. So having plenty of teachers is probably the best thing for us right now as well. Get rid of those 2 extras. Another janitor with security would be good because they can rush out to meet these invaders. Now I do have to be careful because we will have like a very bad deficit when it comes to wages, so we will have to start the next year. Let's welcome in our students and we'll see how we go. So we've already got invaders coming in, and what I'll do is I'll just go to my staff and we will find our janitors. Now Dahlia Teeth here, we just want them to actually, if we go to our job assignment here, teachers, so we don't want these janitors doing any cleaning, we just want them to be doing security. And we should probably just hire a general janitor to do some cleaning and stuff. So we'll just bring in, we'll get rid of all of them. I probably should have kept that level 2 mechanics janitor actually, so that's a bit of a shame. I messed that one up. But yeah, pretty good. Ooh, one more thing. We need the book club. So go to our clubs, book club, get that book club stand in, and the bookworm, and we should probably put a general member of staff in here to bring some people into that book club. There we have it. Okay, right, so I have one staff member there that we're going to go over to. We're going to have you just work in the library. You are just going to work in the medical office. You are only going to work on food and drink kiosks, and you will just work in club sign-ups. Okay, that sorts out our janitors and stuff. Now, research. Let's start generating a new research project. We're going to try and improve straight away our... I guess we should probably just do the combat training station. We don't have a lecture theatre, do we? Oh, no, we did have a lecture theatre somewhere. There it is, yeah. So, lectern would probably be another option for us. But for now, yeah, I think that will do. Here we go. Our assistant should be going to the library now. Here's one invader coming down now. More invaders coming in. That's one invader going. We are going to have to act fast to build our hedge maze. So we will have it kind of... That's going to be the end of our maze. Then we want it to come along here. Go there. Okay, that's blocked. We can go here. We can go here. And then we'll come in a little bit. It's going to be a bit of a long and winding road. But we want to try and prevent these guys from getting anywhere near our students. So, if we have it go all the way up here. And then it needs to come all the way down here. And then this needs to be blocked off completely. Then we block off here. And then it goes all the way up there. And then all the way down. That needs to match up then all the way to here. Block off here. And then there. And then there. 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 No, that won't work. I want them to go one more down before they end up getting to here. So if we block this off. Block this off. And then have that go all the way down there to here. Okay, that will do us for now. We'll let that run and see how long it takes them to get to us. Oh, we have a janitor stuck here. And one of the invaders is stuck, actually. Will they now just stay there? Right, you can see them coming in now. And there you have it. That little hedge maze is working a treat. It's going to slow the invaders down. Our groundskeepers that are kind of patrolling here are now going to be able to... You're lost, my friend, aren't you? I think it's to do with this. We'll sell that one, and then that should help flow things a little better. But yes, this definitely slows them down. It's going to stop them getting to our students, and our janitors are going to be able to come in and do a little bit of work to slow them down further. The only issue is we now have students who are trying to get to a lesson but have now got stuck in the maze themselves. I could just trap it all, but we need to level up students and can't do that right now. So we're a little behind, but our students will start running to the class and they should get there in time to actually learn something. I mean, I hope so anyway, and then we can start leveling them up, because that's where we are currently failing. Anyway, we've removed all of the invaders there. That gives us some nice money, and we can now finally start bringing in our students. Now, we need some teachers to work in private tuition. We've got some level 3s here. They're going to come in, and we're going to do the same there. That's 2 teachers working in private tuition, and we have started leveling up our teachers. So we're at level 7 now. I think we can trap them all, Georgia, but I'm not sure how it works. I think they actually end up eventually... there was the 2-point Krampus level. You could trap Krampus for a certain amount of time. Okay, heat we don't actually need, so we can get rid of our heaters. Students are complaining that it is too hot, so we'll remove those. And we'll start sending some for training. So what I want to do is train my janitors in the meantime while we are waiting for new invaders. Lando Comfortable, we'll give him happy thoughts, and then we will start training some of our night school teachers when they have an opportunity to get in and do some training. We're at 25, so we made a loss this month, but that's okay. We're still, if we can kind of start making money by leveling up our students, we'll be in a much better position. We're at 25 now, have leveled up, and one of the problems is as you get to the end of the year, your students will get less experience, and oh god, we've actually got to hire a janitor to just generally clean up stuff. I forgot about that. Yes, so we have more invaders coming in, and again our janitors should go out to greet them and start fighting them off. You can see them here heading out to combat those invaders, and we have a couple here that we can bring in to start going after them as well, that are tier 2. So we'll just have 2 more. They should now just go out and take those guys down, and that should give us a nice starting point to prevent those invaders coming in and causing any more trouble. You can see we've already managed to catch them in the maze itself, which is really, really good. We did lose quite a bit of money though. We've lost about 4,000, just $5,000 lost, but we're almost at the bronze level already, so that's really helpful. But this hedge maze is working a treat right now. It is really starting to provide us with some very easy pickings here. And you can see that they have such a long way to go. It's nice and easy for our janitors to go in and pick them off with those water pistols. So that's really, really good for us. Now, some of our students are unhappy at the decorative level, but that's okay. We're at 56 The gold aim is 300. My record on this level is 408. We want to try and push that. I want to try and get to like 550 this time, and we'll just see how that goes. We might have underestimated the amount of land we need, and that could be a problem, but again, we've defeated all of the invaders, and that is going to give us some money, $20,000. 64 students have leveled up though, which is really good, and we are starting to level up some of our janitors as well. We can't afford to do any training at this moment in time. Let's just have a quick look over here. Our dorms are operating pretty well, so that's good. We are at 67 students leveled up. Now, we do need more students. That's what we need to try and push next year. And at the moment, there's not a lot we can do outside of having them go to private tuition, learn extra skills and stuff. If we can, rather than training teachers so much, we can try and just hire new ones and then sack the ones that we don't actually have any use for. I'm going to get rid of that radiator as well. And yeah, so at the moment we are looking pretty good. Have we finished that? Yes, we finished that, so we can now upgrade the combat station in there. And once that is upgraded, we will... Ooh, actually, that reminds me. We have a janitor who will go... We do have one, but we've actually told them to only hunt and protect the campus. So we'll have them come off that and get on with that upgrade. I'm wondering if we can actually streamline this a little better and just get rid of those long straights there so that we can funnel those invaders into that space a little bit quicker and then have our janitors go and take them out. What we can actually do that I forgot about was schedule in a sci-fi film in our lecture theatre. That will give our students a nice boost to their learning, so we will do that in the gap between January and February's classes. I'm not going to put on a romantic film. We have started losing money, which isn't good because we don't want to get into a bankruptcy risk in our first year. When we get some more students in and expand the campus a little bit, that's going to be good because that'll give us an opportunity to get a bit more money through rent. And we'll have some students going into their second year, which should help us out immensely. But now that we're kind of at the business end of the year, the levels that the students gain will start to slow down because they've kind of plateaued. And without better staff and better trained staff members and like access to better resources, they're not going to get as much experience as we can be giving them. So they're not going to level up as much. But as you can see, once again, we have done the business with our hedge maze. They are slowing the invaders down. And I just need to keep an eye on this because if they do get into the campus, they will start causing havoc. And it looks like a couple here are getting past. So there's one here who has managed to break through my defenses. And I don't know if that's because he is... Okay, we've got a janitor chasing him down. Can he catch him? I don't know if he's going to catch him. Oh, the janitor's fallen over. It's all going to go wrong. He's getting in the campus and he's going to cause havoc now. Where's he going? He's going into the research room and has been collared there. That's good. Okay, we got him. One more left. I think we'll probably get him. There we go. And again, once again, we have removed our invaders. 92. We're almost at the bronze rewards for this already, which is really good. Happy days. 95. But as you can see, things have slowed. We do need to find other alternatives to getting our students leveled up, and that will normally be by improving our combat training station or training our staff. They want a gym, which we can't really do right now because we don't actually have the space. In fact, we'll get rid of our research lab, and then we'll build the gym. because I think the gym can be used for the course itself as well. So we'll put the gym down. I think that will give our students experience on their course, which is exactly what we need. So once they go in there, they should... There we have it. Yeah, they're starting. Is that going to help them level up? Is this going to work towards their course goals? I mean, they all really want to play basketball by the looks of things, so... Right, okay, so we've got some students that are unhappy with the layout here, so we're going to put in a couple of extras that will improve our the looks of this area. So a couple more combat dummies and stuff should help us out here. And then artillery, bows and arrows and stuff. Just lots of little kits and things for our students, and that should improve the decorative rating of the classroom. Outdoor classroom. It's not really a room, the class in general. Put a round table out there as well. So that looks pretty good. That increases the prestige at least. And here we have more invaders coming in, and our army of janitors rushes out to greet them. Now, let's have a look at my teachers. There's a level 3 here. So we will then go to our current staff. We'll find our worst teacher, Antonia, and we will fire her. Cool. Just to save a bit of money. And we'll also actually... what we can do is just change our policies. And we will change the automatic pay review to never. And then we'll drop when they go for a breakdown. And that should keep them working a little bit longer. And stop paying them more. We'll put a park bench down because, you know, why not? We can still make this a nice looking campus. We're almost at the end of year 1 and we're at 121 students leveled up, which is pretty good going. Again though, we have some people who aren't happy with the attractiveness, and I think that's more down to the fact that stuff keeps landing on the campus. So we'll hire another janitor here and another one there, and then we'll start trimming down the janitors that are underqualified or not really a great level. Like Trevor Dandy here, we can now fire him, and we'll also fire Amelia Bapp. Just in case we don't lean into the research part of things anymore and the upgrades, we're not going to need to do any upgrading, so that doesn't really matter to us. Next, we'll go back to our janitors. We're going to have all of our janitors just work in security that need to. Then these other ones, we're just going to have them maintain the campus. And then the rest of them, again, just on security detail. That works. Okay. All of the invaders are gone again. And a love bench. You don't need a love bench, do you, really? Well, we'll put that in. But you can see our monthly profit has taken a massive hit, which is not ideal, but our students should be doing very well. So we have one here with a medical issue. We're going to send them for medical care straight away. 130. If we can get to 150 by the end of this term, I think that'll be really good. And then we can actually think about how we're going to move forward into the new year. So we do have, I think it's 2 years to do this challenge in. And this, you know, the first one is always just a refamiliarization for myself so that I can work out what I need to change, how I actually remembered the level in the first place, because yeah, it's always been a while. The Dragon Tower will cost us $20,000. So what we're going to need to do is wait for a invasion to happen again, and then once we get the reward from that, we can put down the Dragon Tower. Now, the Dragon Tower does take up a lot of space, so that might be a bit of an issue, but we'll keep an eye out for that coming in. But other than that, I don't think we're doing too badly this time around. Like I said, last time I didn't actually put anything to stop the invaders. There was no hedge maze or anything, so if I don't end up getting close to my last score, I'm going to be very concerned, because having not put stuff in like that, I won't really understand why I have a better score from not preventing the invaders. But we've got 22 invaders coming in now, which is a lot. So if we can get rid of them very quickly, you can see our janitors rushing out there. What you could do, theoretically, is delete some of these walls as your janitors rush out to greet the invaders, and see if they can get there as quickly as possible. Because you can see the kind of collision happens around about this point here. So it might be worth trying to micromanage it a little better, but I don't have time for that. We are rushing to a high score here. We've got to really push our limits as quickly as we possibly can. But you can see here we've got 154 students leveled up this term. So by next year we should be able to at least get that gold objective, and of course the more students we have on campus, the higher we're going to push that score, and the more we're going to be able to level up students. We get a new batch of first years coming in the new term, and that will then continue to grow, and more students will get more levels. We have lost a bit of money there, which is not ideal, and I need to be able to get this dragon tower in. So the quicker we get these invaders removed, I can see one there and another one there. I think he's been caught, but this is a little bit of a nervy finish. That one's getting taken down now, and is that the end? Have we managed to do it? There's one left somewhere.
My darling, albeit
I can't see where he is though. Where's he run off to?
Cyberspace and into the world of video games. Yes, I
There he is.
The latest entry in the
Okay, so
popular
18, we're still short on that dragon tower.
I was lost.
We can at least put in a flower planter, but we might need to sell something to afford this dragon tower. I'm actually going to sell one of our meat wizard machines, then we'll put the dragon tower in. And as you can see, it needs to go outside, and it's pretty big. So we are going to have to make a couple of adjustments here. We are coming to the end of the year, so that's fine. We are going to be able to cope with any changes right now. And at the end of the year, we should get... There we go. Dragon Tower fits in quite nicely there. Okay, we got the Dragon Tower. Good. Right. So, coming to the end of the year, we've leveled up 169 times, and that's really good, actually. So, when we come into the next term, if we just kept everything as it was, we'd be getting 344 students leveled up, which is more than enough for the gold, but my record was 408, and I want to push that as high as possible. So, I won't rest until I at least beat that score. What is going on here? I think the assistant's just gone for a break, so that's nothing to worry about. Right, manage our courses. We're going to add another level there. Now, this is going to require 3 new rooms, and this could land us in a little bit of trouble, because as you can see, we need to add some more stuff here. We need another lecture theatre, we need a battleground, we need a jousting field, and we don't have any money. But based on our awards, we might get some money given to us. That's 15,000. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to just demolish our hedge maze. It has served us well. I don't want to expand my plot any further, so we just need to find a way to reuse this plot, get our jousting field in, and rebuild our hedge maze whilst adding in our new rooms. So now you can see where this might start to get tough. So let's just get rid of the hedge maze as it is. And I hope when we do rebuild it, I don't rebuild it worse than it was. So the battleground, first of all, we can't actually duplicate it. We might not have enough money to do this at all. We can't add any new teachers, but thankfully we don't need any. Another lecture theatre we need. We can't afford to build one. We can't afford a jousting field, and we can't afford a battleground. So we are in a little bit of a problem situation right now. That's not good. Okay, what we'll do is we'll rebuild the hedge maze, and we'll rebuild it like this. So it's going to start immediately here. We know they come down from this area. Then we're going to have it go to here. I can't build there. I can build here. Then they're going to come up to here, go around here. Okay, we can't have them in. It won't let us build there. So that, again, we need to make an adjustment to prevent that. So we'll have them come in here. Then immediately go up this direction.
Orb. What? Come to an Orb Foundation Learning Center and replace your mind with the power of the Orb.
There. Then they come around here, and we have the usual looping maze type structure. We'll carry this on all the way down here, and we are going to have to rebuild this sometime during the year when we actually make enough money to build the jousting arena and stuff, which I'm a little bit worried that we are going to mess this up because of a lack of money. And it might be that we've gone a little bit too heavy into things in the early stages of the level. And perhaps a slower growth spell would have been a little bit more advisable. But we have... we've committed now, so we can't really go back. And then I'll have them just go up here for the hell of it. Is that going to work? There. Yeah, so they go up there, then they come around here. Then up there. Get rid of that one. This is tough. There's a lot to think about when building a hedge maze. I'm a little confused as to why this isn't working. Yeah, it's not letting me put anything down now. Right, okay, this is working. Now it's letting me put stuff down. Right, okay, we're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of this. I don't know where the issue is here. Like, they come in here, they go all the way around here, around, in and around, and then back in, and then that leads them... There's nothing I can do there. We're going to start on New Year. Oh, God. Right, okay, so the first class is happening in September, and we need battlegrounds and jousting fields. I think we're going to run out of everything here. I'm not sure what we can do. We've got invaders coming in as well. This hedge maze is even worse. So I think this is not going to go to plan. What can we do? What can we do? Ooh, we'll get rid of the training room. That might be the best idea. If we do away with all aspects of training, so we might need a do-over here. We might need to start again. But if we don't do any training and just let our campus level increase, we should be able to just hire teachers that will help us do things in a good way. Now, I don't need that lecture theatre yet, because the lecture theatre isn't used until later on in the year. We'll duplicate our battleground. We'll get rid of this part of the hedge maze, duplicate the battleground, and put that there. How big does this jousting ring need to be? I think this is where we're going to have our downfall, actually. Jousting field, 12 by 8. Yeah, it ain't going to happen in here unless we really make this compact. Let me think. We'll put Big Book inside. We'll get rid of these. And this. And this. And this. And then let's try and just put in a basic jousting field. No, that's a battleground, Lee. We don't want a battleground, we want a jousting field. 12 by 8. So that's 12. Oh god, this is gonna be tough. I don't know if it's possible without... If we pick this up, put that there, move the big book into here. That's good. Then we'll move the gym to here. Then the dormitory will move to there. Boot club sign up is going to go down there. What's the problem? The window is the problem. So we'll get rid of the window. That's going to allow us to do that. Then we can just get rid of these doors here. This door, this part of the campus. Sell off here and here. This is going to be chaos because we're essentially releasing the invaders into our campus, but there's nothing I can do. We need these rooms built, and stupidly, I didn't budget for it. So we have to try and make the best of a bad situation right now. Let's get the jousting field in. Eight by 12. Door there. Joust there. Festival tent here. There. Done. Right, now we need to seal this off. So, we're going to have that, and then we'll go here all the way up to here, and then I don't even know if this is going to work. Okay, right. that's letting them in. So then if I go here, here we need to get rid of that. We need to block them off here, because if they come in this way, that's going to be chaotic. And we really don't want that to happen, so we'll block this area off. Now, they run up here, then they get in that way, then God, there, I guess. Oh, I've made this difficult for myself, really. I wish I had just bought a bigger plot to start with, so if we do have to do it again, that's what we're going to do. Bigger plot. I think we're getting somewhere. Sorry, this is just... I've gone ultimate focus mode now. I think that's going to be the best we can do. And I don't have a great deal of confidence in it. Now we're going to push play, and all of the invaders are going to come in. And we're going to have medical nightmares everywhere.
Education Minister Tarquin Foxbridge, who allegedly blew his nose on official...
Oh, God.
Stories like this are scandalous. It's perfectly clear.
I mean, at least we've managed to work something out. But you can see now they're going to run wild. And that is not what we wanted.
I know a witch hunt when I see one.
Would campus intruders please not come in?
But we've defeated 7 with 19 left. 8, 9. Okay, they're starting to bring them down. But I think I should probably prepare for this in advance next time. You can see there's a lot of stuff that's starting to need repaired now as well. Our battleground needs maintenance because the invaders have managed to get to it. So we are going to just bring in someone quickly to maintain the battleground. This is the problem when your invaders get in. They start damaging everything. If they manage to do that, it stops your students learning. And what do we need to do? Have our students learn so that we can actually increase our leveled up students. But we're going to hit 200 pretty quickly, and that's good. And then I would hope that we can get another like 200 at least to take us up to 400. And we have actually managed to remove those invaders pretty quickly, so I can't complain too much about that. It's not too bad. We have hit our silver goal, and yeah, okay, that's not too bad. And all I'm going to do, like at the end of the year, is we'll get rid of the gym and build that next lecture theatre in there. So for now, it's literally just about leveling up our students. Do I have any? There's a level 4 teacher. So we'll bring that teacher in. We'll find our current staff. And we will get rid of this level 2 teacher, as I'm not doing any research. We don't need them anymore. Okay. I think we've managed to actually recover this a little bit.
The timetable is not written in stone. Still, we're not changing it.
But I am seeing a lot of students kind of not using the library or what have you. We've got a lot of money though. So what can we do? What can we do with this money? We could put in another private tuition room. Or we could have a look at what the course requires and add in any extra items. Oh no, they've got all of the items that they need. They don't actually need the gym. So I guess we can start putting in stuff that's going to benefit them in terms of like a night school bookcase, or we can hire more janitors. Let's hire more janitors. What a great idea. So we'll get a maintenance one, and we'll also have another security one there. Then we'll get rid of those teachers, and we'll take on a second medical staff member, and then we'll just carry on. We can put all of our money into getting janitors ready to combat the invaders when they eventually turn up. Our library could do with expanding a little bit. The campus has become a little bit of a mess as things have gone on, but I'm not really willing to do anything about that. We have to just carry on now. But 243 is not too bad. And these students are starting to level up quite nicely. Yeah, there's not much more we can do. Let's carry on hiring janitors though, because this room, the gym, is an absolute mess. Here we go, more invaders coming in. They want a student lounge party, but I do not have a student lounge, so you're not getting a party. Although having stuff like that, like the student lounge and things, would actually help. That would bring in some entertainment value for the students, which again gives me more reason to use a larger plot next time. I think what I'll probably do is we'll take on the biggest plot we possibly can get, and then that should allow us to really push our score. The bigger we can have the campus, the better, because it's going to mean that we can grow into the space. Like here, we're knocking down these invaders really easily now. And we've got money with and like nothing to do with it. So all I'm actually doing is hiring more and more teachers, but I don't have space to grow into. And I think a complete redevelopment would just kind of kill the momentum. You can see we're making money as well. So that at least gives us a heading for the next time we do this, when we repeat the level, to get something a bit bigger. Student unions, student lounge parties, all of that sort of stuff is really good and useful. The invaders have got nowhere near our students, so making a little tight maze like that really helps. Like one of them's made it in by the looks of things, but he's been caught now. And it looks like there's one that's kind of made it into the hallways, but these like minimal numbers getting through just make the thing really non-threatening, so it's not bad at all, really. Another private tuition might be a good idea. So if I just decrease the size of this gym to like here, and then we move that, then we'll pick the gym up, put it here. We'll then get another private tuition room that we can put in there. And that looks pretty good now. We've got 3 private tuition rooms, which again will help us improve the levels of our students very quickly. Welcome back, Georgia. We did have a little bit of a nightmare when it came into year 2 and had to make some redevelopments. But when I do this again, I think I'll have a new plan and a better way of doing it. So again, this has just been a test run, but we've hit the gold objective. Well, we will have in one. There we go. Gold objective has been attained. I'm probably about 100 off my previous record, so I could still make it. But right now, we we're ruining our decision to take the smaller plot. That's been the issue. So next time I want to just get the most expensive plot and the largest one, like this one, and then we'll have a lot more space to play with, which means I can expand the campus dramatically, because when I get into this second year, the money starts to even out a little bit. But I don't have any more expansion that I can do, unless I was to start researching now and unlock all of the upgrades for things. We could do that, but again, the lack of space is hindering me now. So I'm going to let this play through. We're going to finish this year off, and then I'll do a redo, and we'll try a different approach. But the maze has worked fine. That's really slowed them down, and the janitors have done enough to kind of stop that. And it kind of makes me think, could I use that method for the ghosts in the ghost hunting one? But then I can't remember if they actually just go through and clip through walls and things, or the ghosts actually spawn within your campus anyway, so that might not help. We can at least put on a romantic film. But I'm just going to go through, we're going to play through the rest of the year, and we'll see how it all goes. Because, again, there's not a great deal I can do. I just need to wait until I need to use the lecture theatre for the next, lesson there. And you can see the money's starting to dwindle a little bit, which isn't great, especially when I know I need to build a lecture theatre. That's something that I'm going to need to just keep an eye on in terms of budget. And here come more invaders. Our janitor's immediately going out to greet them. There's another level 3 janitor there, so I'll hire them. We can't have too many because that's when our profits start to really tank. So I'm just going to hire some more teachers here that are level 4. And we'll sack some more level 3s. There we go. Right, okay. So all of our level 3s are gone. We need a seesaw for our students. We'll put one in there. Now, here we're starting to run into some issues because you can see these invaders have managed to get in. This could be a problem, especially if they're managing to get to these locations here. Like this combat training, we need to maintain that battleground. So I'm just going to quickly hire another janitor to come in and just repair it. Just before we have the next class starting there. And I can also upgrade that combat training station because before I've deleted the research department, we did actually unlock that. So we'll get that upgraded as well. Not that it matters right now because the upgrades are pretty much done for now. So we've got 96 days until we need to use that lecture theatre. I think we're okay. I think we're going to cope. But I don't know if I'm going to break my high score. I don't know what the record is. I think it's something like 500 plus. I'm definitely not getting that. So we can rest assured that that's not going to happen. But we aren't doing too badly. I think what I might do eventually is we'll get rid of... We need to make sure we've got space for this lecture theatre. So we'll move our bookworm. And we'll put the bookworm wherever we can fit him, really. There. And we'll move the ramen kiosk a little bit further up. And then we'll probably get rid of one of the private tuition rooms. So I can fit the lecture theatre in. Probably be the newest one that we've put in. we can just let things run. I mean, it's very warm tonight. I don't know how long I'll be able to manage a stream for, to be fair. Although I've got like we've got like another hour left anyway, so it's not too much of a problem. But yeah, this is. I think this run is done. We'll probably break my high score though, so that's good. That at least gives us something to aim for. Yeah, I think we're safely going to beat my current high score, which is good. That was the aim of tonight's stream, so if I can break it now and then break it even further when we get into the next level, then I think that's that is a good finish. Problem is, when our janitors go chasing off the invaders, like that one that was there, they end up having to do this really long walk back to the campus, which is never fun. So, how are we looking? I mean, we can't upgrade the course anymore. It's probably at the height of its abilities. And to be fair, the money that we've got, we're not actually making a great deal more than what we could do. The only thing we could do is actually add in another dormitory, which again, because I don't have the space, I can't do that. So you can see why there's kind of a justification for building on the larger plots of land that are in Noblestead. 37 invaders now as well. So again, if we have a larger plot, we're going to be able to build a huge hedge maze, which is going to stop everything in its path. Like again, I think I'm 10 off my record now, so that's safely beaten, which is good. But you can see the invaders here now. They are coming in thick and fast, and our janitors can't stop them. Am I able to hire some more janitors very quickly just to help stem the tide? There we go, that's good. That should help. But we've got one there who's getting through. And our janitors have just ignored them. More getting through. This is not good. This is not good at all. We've got quite a few getting through. But it's okay. Like, we're stopping like half of the invaders right at the door. But as you can see, our battleground does need some maintenance. Hopefully we've got a janitor going to that now to repair it. Yes, we do. That's good. And it's almost time for that lecture theatre. I have broken the record, so I've beaten my high score. But we are a little bit far out now. And we could do with... I want to improve this a lot more. So there's a lot we need to do to make that happen. Obviously, the campus doesn't look good, but it's challenge mode. Sue me. It's never going to be good. 414. Not too bad. I was hoping for more, but again, I'm a bit more practiced now. I've kind of got to grips with it again. We need to build this lecture theatre. I just want to get it right to the last minute before I sell off one of these private tuition rooms. We've got one invader hiding somewhere. And I want to put things like the student lounge in as well, so I definitely need more space. Taking the smallest plot to save money was a bad idea. So, where are we at? Right, 3 days left. It's time to sell off this private tuition room, duplicate our lecture theatre. That was pretty seamless, that, I have to say. One thing I could have done this year as well is schedule loads of sci-fi films. That's something that I've forgotten to do. So again, that gives us an opportunity to improve our leveling up of our students. And yeah, we could actually do that towards the end of the year here. So let's quickly schedule in sci-fi films in June.
Your finger
and another one in this room as well. Not a funny film. No, no. We only watch sci-fi films in this campus, I'm afraid. Exactly, Georgia. It is all about those damn numbers, and we need to push those numbers as high as possible. I can actually squeeze in. Not that it's going to make much of a difference, but we can schedule in some more sci-fi films towards the end of the year. I don't know if it's going to help, but it's, you know, we're now at the end and it could work. We could do this. 434 is not a bad score for coming back to this after a break, you know, when I think I'd completed the level, recorded the video, and then that was it. I never went back. So these are good scores, I think, for just kind of being like, hey, let's go back to it. 441. And if I can get 470 or 475, I think that'll put me in a very good position. I think my aim for tonight is going to be, let's go 550, pushing to 600 if I can. Because if I hadn't put in the training room, and if I hadn't have put in the research room, although research has helped somewhat, it's given us the upgrade to the combat training station. So maybe putting in research, getting the combat training station upgraded, maybe try and push and upgrade to the jousting track as well for that second year. 40 invaders now. Now this is where things are going to start to get really tough. So I am going to just hire one more janitor. I can't afford another janitor. Okay. Well, we're just going to have to do it. So 470 the target now, and we go 550 when we do the repeat. We should get 470 no problem. But I think the next challenge is where we're going to have to step it up. I'm talking like huge hedge maze. Biggest one we'll ever see. We've already knocked one invader back. So our first invader's gotten through and they've gone straight for this. So what I'm thinking about doing is, because they like to go for things like the jousting tracks and the battle arena, we'll build these. So it's going to go hedge maze, campus, jousting and battle stuff right at the back, completely sealed off. So any invaders are going to have to get through the hedge maze first, then make their way through the campus building before they finally get to what they're looking at. I've also noticed they do try to go to the libraries and the lecture theatres as well. So if we can put all of those rooms towards the back of the campus as well, then we can maybe make some sort of maze within a maze within a maze. Maze-ception. Campus-ception. And then, yeah, that should help. But 488, 490, and you can see as well, this is from the effects of the sci-fi film. So, if I actually remember to schedule them throughout the year, then that's again going to be very useful to us. So no training room. We'll put in dormitories. We'll maybe try and just get in all of our battle arenas and jousting stuff in year one. And then when it comes to year two, we're just upgrading things. Because then I know I've got all of the infrastructure in place and I won't have to do the things that I just did at the mid-year point where I lost some time because I had to redo the maze and everything. If I can just get that basic infrastructure in place from the off, we're going to be in a very, very good position. Oh, Georgia, your internet's acting up. We can't seem to have streams without anyone and their internet going down at the minute. The heat waves got to your broadband. But I hope you get it sorted. So, my aim was 470. We've got 509 to finish off this one. And I've beaten my score. Good. So let's go back to the main menu. Now, with that in mind, let's move on and let's see if we can really push this high score. Back to challenge mode. And as you can see, Pumpkin High, Siege of Noblestead, 509. Now, we go back in. And we are going to try and really push this one now. So, we can try and get the plot unlocked. We need a bigger plot, basically. I don't want to go too big and lose more budget than necessary. And, I mean, we could technically do a very compact campus on that same plot that I've just used. But I would like to have the room to do some slight expansions. So, we're going to have a little look around here. That is way too big. That's not going to give us... that's going to be too much. That's not a great one either. I don't know, actually. I feel like that's not going to give us much more in terms of... Do you know what? We'll take this one. We can but try, can't we? So. Those buildings are in. Let's sell them to get some money back. And then we'll sell all of the residual stuff as well. It's a shame that we don't have like a mass sell tool. But this is a very interesting tactic that I really didn't know existed. That if you actually buy a building with buildings on it and then sell the buildings, you actually end up with more money back. And that actually gives me an idea. And I think it might be a very good one, actually. I mean, without being too full of myself. If we just get rid of all of these, then we buy the plot next to it with the buildings. And sell all of those buildings. We've got like a 70 grand plot there. So if I sell this, that puts me up to 530,000. Okay, this is good. This is good. Now we'll just paint the whole plot. Make sure that I've used all of the space there. Okay, good. Right. So, to begin with, I want to buy my battleground. And we're going to have it like 2 steps off like that. It's going to be 7 by 7. We'll put the door here. And then we'll add that there. Then we'll duplicate it so that I have a second one right next to it there. And then we'll get our jousting field in. And we'll just make it a big one all the way there. And we'll add that in. That and one little bit there. Now, before I do anything else, we need to seal this off with a hedge. So we run the hedge all the way along here. And all the way up. And cap it there. Okay, good. Right, now we have that done. We can then build our campus building. Here.
This is Felicity Bellbottoms, and you're listening to Campus Radio.
Like that.
Where we do all the work.
So we now have a
for none of the
huge
pay.
building
We've got a
there.
great show for you. But
We put that
first,
in, and
here's some
then
music.
once again, we'll quickly edit it. Put a side door in at the back there. Then we will seal it off with a fence. Or a hedge. Now, it's about funneling in where these invaders are going to come. So, this is what we're going to do. We want them to come in here. And then they go all the way along there. And then all the way along here. Oh, hang on. What have we got there? Is that 2? Yeah, 2. 1, 2. There, that's it. So now, this is the new maze. And then it goes 1, 2, 3, all the way down to here. God, they're not gonna like this, are they? Is that in? Got a little nubbin on it now. Oh dear. Okay, so sorry, this is not the most entertaining part of the video, but we have to do it. We have to stop them getting in. This is how we're going to do it after all.
As a student, it can be hard to find time for, well, everything. Here's Maggie with a tip for getting things done.
Whew.
Multitasking is great. I don't know what I'd do without it. Sometimes I'm there writing an essay while listening to a recorded
it's
lecture,
gone a little bit weird,
covering
hasn't
an
it?
event for campus radio, and it just dawns on me, if multitasking wasn't so great, this would all be a bit much. Thanks, multitasking.
There we go. Right, and then the last one is here, going all the way up to here, stopping there, and then we'll just add in a little bit of a Okay, right. That is going to be an absolute nightmare for those invaders. Right, they've got no way of getting in, but when they do get through here, they're going to be able to go all the way around the side of the campus there. So we're going to cut off here so that they really can't get out and get to any of our students. Okay, right, that's good. Now, we need a lecture theatre and a night school teacher. So we're going to build again. Let's go with our challenge mode lecture theatre. We'll put it in here. We'll get a private tuition room. In there, and another private tuition room. And I guess another one. 3 private tuition rooms is going to be good. Then we want some dormitories. So I'll take on this one here. And probably 3 dormitories is going to be what we're looking for. Because I don't think we'll get any more levels on the course than 3 in terms of how many students we get. Then we want some bathrooms. And a shower room. But we'll get rid of the heaters. And we'll do the same with the heaters in all of these rooms. Next I need a library. Challenge mode library. Okay, yeah, this is going to be better than the library that I had, although maybe not, because we can get more students in this library, so we'll use this one. Why can't I place it? How weird. Anyway, while we wait, let's just upgrade the course, and then I will try and build that library again. There we go. Now it's letting me place it. And we'll get rid of the heater and get rid of these bookcases. Then we will add in the night school bookcase. There we go, nice. And we also should put in our, where is it? Book club, which wasn't actually what I was thinking of. I was thinking of the tower. The dragon tower.
No, the story of a teaching hospital and some missing bones.
Here at the teaching hospital in
There it
Midden,
is.
students look forward to a long and healthy life in medicine. But while they were sleeping, with visions of crutches and pharmaceutical machinery in their heads, their
We'll
teaching
put one
skeletons
here.
went missing.
And then I'll put another.
They tried
No,
making their
no,
own
no, no,
skeletons
no.
out of
We'll just
wire,
have the one.
toothpicks and toilet paper. They're
So
39
we
hours
have
short
dorms,
and don't know what
dorms,
they're missing.
private tuition,
For now,
lecture
their
theatre.
education and the future of healthcare in
Now
our
we
county
need to
is looking
hire
boneless and a
you
little
to
limp.
work in the
Fliz,
library.
back to you.
We're not going to have a medical office this time. What are we at for course points? If we get one more level, I think we should. Can we then upgrade our course again? Yes, we can. Right, okay. So by hiring our teachers, we should get our course points up a little bit more. I'm also going to bring in some janitors. We'll have all of the teachers we can possibly bring in for now. Bearing in mind that we're going to be sacking some of them. Ooh, we also should get the ramen kiosk in for ramen power. And also some basic food items in here as well. And some bins. That works. Where we need to hire an assistant. We'll go with you and another assistant to drive students to clubs. We have that one working. Can we get another janitor? One more teacher. That's a level 2 teacher, which is good. We'll upgrade the course again. And then we should now be able to just... Let's try and get to 24 students. There we go. Now, we dropped the course fees down, which is a bit of a problem. But I think we might be ready to go. I don't know if there's anything else we can actually add in. Maybe... we'll do the research lab. And then we can immediately start researching that upgrade. For the combat training station. And rather than upgrading... What else? Because the jousting track is like a level 2. I don't think it's the best idea. Oh, a staff room. I needed a staff room. So let's quickly build a staff room. Just in this little corner here. With just a singular sofa in. Now, where are those invaders? Which way are they going to come from? Yeah, they are. They're coming into the maze now. They come from this area. As you can see, our janitors are hunting them down in the hedge maze. But we do have an issue here where our students are now taking a very long time to get to class. And they might not get there before the turn of the year. So this is going to make things difficult. We will start at a little bit of a disadvantage. So what I better do actually is we'll start scheduling in our sci-fi films. So put one there, and then that should give our students a little bit of a boost to recover from the little bit of a deficit they have in between those classes. Let's get another one in between January and February. And that's 3 opportunities there for our students. We've also started defeating those invaders, so now we just need to kind of wait and see what happens. We made a loss in that first month, but do remember we haven't actually trained any students. Nobody's got any experience yet. And as you can see, our students are right in the midst of that maze at the moment. Our janitors are kind of clearing it and going through very nicely. Once the students get to the campus, life will be a lot easier. But this is slightly problematic. You can see them all running. I may just need to delete a couple of layers on the hedge maze.
Meteors are caused by active volcanoes and bad magic. I'm responsible for neither.
Like, they are almost at the end of this first class, and they've literally just got to class 1 of them. 2, 3. That's not a good start, is it? Like, none of them leveled up. And they're all at risk of failing. So, that was bad. That was bad. We overdid it with the maze. I mean, we got rid of all of the invaders, so that's good.
You can't have an extension. Failing students should
But we have some in the sci-fi film, so they are going to start going to private tuition as well, and that's going to top up their skills and probably level them up and take them from the F grade that they were at risk of getting. And we have leveled up our first student, which is good. Yeah. Now that the students are actually in the campus, it should start to recover. They want the bookworm, which we actually can't afford to place right now, so we'll just hold off on that for now. And here come our invaders again. We don't have a medical office, but that's once again not an issue. We can just hope that we eventually start bringing in some more money so that we can finally get the bookworm. This might not have gone to plan.
Class is starting. Please take a seat.
Now, we are a little bit behind on where we were last time, but we have programmed more sci-fi films this time. As you can see, some of the invaders have made it through. We still can't afford the bookworm, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm not worried. I'm not worried right now. That is a good janitor there.
The campus is
But we really need to start improving the students' levels. That's the step that we need to start taking, because that's going to bring us in some more money. Now, unfortunately, some of the invaders have made it through. We have 7 left. Maybe this maze was too big, and that is a bit of an issue. But we are starting to upgrade those students pretty nicely. We're just a little bit behind with things at the moment.
Staff are reminded to care about students.
I'm not worried too much though, because I still think we can make something happen.
Thanks for joining us on Campus Radio.
You
If
can see
anyone
that
from
the
the
invaders
school
haven't
is
actually
listening
got
or has
particularly
received my
far.
emails,
We've got
I graduate
4
next year
remaining,
will
and
be
it's
available
these
for
ones here that are
or
managing
on
to
paid
break
roles at the
through.
station. Thanks.
Once they get into the campus itself, they're not going to be able to do too much damage. So
But you are what you eat.
it's not too worrisome. And we've made a bit of money, which means we can put the bookworm down, and we can also hire a new janitor. So we'll bring this one in, and we'll have our janitors, rather than just focusing on security, we'll have them kind of mix it up and do everything that they possibly can to help us out, because my word, do we need it. We have started catching those invaders, so they've only just made it to the campus. Oh no, there's one that's been in here for a while. Yeah, that's not good, and the campus is a mess. So maybe we overdid it here, and this wasn't such a good idea.
Teachers should be found in a
We did get rid of all of the invaders though, so that's good.
case. Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
And now our janitors can focus on removing the rubbish and stuff that's out here. But I think we're not going to beat the score that we managed last time, which is a shame, because I thought this was going to be a surefire win for us. All of our students are very happy though, and they're getting good academic results. Once we get this upgraded, we can put that into our combat training stuff, and that'll be good.
Students are
Yeah.
to sing or swim.
Yes, this is amongst the invaders. He's one of the 15 that's just arrived.
In dormitory.
I know we'd made it over 100 last time. I think we'd got to 162. But we are at the halfway point pretty much of the year, and I think that slow start has really worked against us. So let's just have a quick look at what I can do in terms of management. You can see right here, there's no good teachers there. But we do need to consider bringing in some higher qualified teachers. If we have a quick look at what we've got, they're all level 1 and 2. So if we can we actually upgrade our course again? Because if we can do that, that might attract better... No, we can't. Right, we're quite far off being able to upgrade our course, actually. So this isn't good. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I think we might have botched this, if I'm being completely honest. It looks like... unless we have a really good second year and we get some very, very good, well-qualified teachers in, we're going to struggle. in the second part of this challenge, because we're not making a great deal of money, and the campus is a mess. The fact that the campus is a mess is going to decrease the happiness of our students, which is going to prevent them from learning and prevent them from leveling up. So this, whilst good in theory, has worked to our detriment. And I think we just pushed it a little bit too much. Maybe taking on 2 plots was a bad idea, and I should have just stuck with the one slightly smaller one. We have, however, unlocked the upgraded combat training station, which is very good. And with that in mind, we'll just get rid of that small staff room. And how are we looking in terms of upgrading our course? We could do with, if we get 1 more level, what are we like for teachers now? That's a level 3 teacher. Okay, this is good. This is good. They want a gym, so we can put that in where this used to be. There we go. And we'll just quickly pause. Just have a quick look at the teachers. I'm going to hire this one. And then we'll fire one of our very basic ones. There we go. Right, okay, good. 3 invaders left, and none of them have breached the... or 1 has breached the maze, but we're not worried about that. We do have limited time to catch them, though, so...
Students in the gym are reminded to feel the burn.
that could be another reason why we're not getting a great deal of money.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
Teachers, there's another one. Good. So again, we'll remove a lower rated one. We'll remove Randy. There's another teacher we can bring in. Good, good. And as we bring in better qualified teachers, they will then start, you know, our level will improve again. So again, more level 3 teachers to bring in. And we'll just, every time, we will sack the lower level teacher. It's the summer heat, Georgia. That's what's making you assume clothing as opposed to...
Students are reminded that lightning can hurt you, but probably won't.
Right, we've got a lot of janitors now. We've upgraded our course to the point where we can expand that again. So this is decent going for us. We're starting to improve things quite a bit here. And we can also now upgrade, hopefully, some of our combat training stations. If we get those both upgraded. But as you can see, we are way off where we were last time. And this hedge maze is probably the cause of the problem. And the fact that we have this giant campus with not a great deal going on in it. However, we do have the infrastructure for expanding the campus next term. And we will be able to bring in more students. So that could really go in our favour. We have kind of slipped into debt, and I feel like unless we have a really good year next year, I'm not going to be able to do this
Please stay awake in the staff room.
or get anywhere near my score. And the issue is, because we've made it so big this time, our janitors aren't able to get to the mess to clear things up, and yeah, it's taking too long for things to kind of come together, basically. The students aren't growing how they should be, and yeah, that's basically the long and short of it. we are a little bit far behind. So last time, at around about this stage, I think we were at around about 150, 160. You can see we are quite a substantial amount behind in terms of finances and student development. So not a great deal we can do there. And even here, we lost so much money there that we aren't able to actually do anything.
Is not a belief system.
So this one could be a bust, this next kind of attempt. However, I'm very happy with the original score that we got, and I'll probably come back and do this one next time as well. Last time we did quite a few do-overs and restarts and stuff, whereas this time we've just basically played through the level twice. So next time I come back and we do another 2 Point Campus stream, I'm going to replay this level, and we're just going to go with one plot, but I'm going to make it a lot more compact and better managed, basically, because this has not gone how I wanted it. You can see everyone's spread out over the campus, and yeah, I don't think that's going to work. So maybe we should just call it, but I kind of want to see how this goes, because I have a feeling when we get to the end of this year, it might start turning around. And if we just get a little bit of money coming in, I have a feeling we could really boost this. So I'm just going to persevere. We'll keep it running. We'll get to the end of the year. We'll have a look at where we're at, and we'll just see how we do. Because the good thing is, the invaders aren't getting anywhere near the campus building, really. They're being stopped by janitors as they try to go through. I mean, look at that. They get there, the janitors are immediately going to that maze entrance to tackle them.
Needed to unlock toilets. Lovely.
And then the ones that are getting through are running straight into the janitors by the actual campus building itself. So while this looks absolutely awful, we might be able to do something. Yeah, we have learned a lot from this one, I think. The last one that we did, where I got the highest score I've ever gotten on the level, granted, but I didn't have enough space to really push the learning and the leveling up of students. Whereas this time around, we have been able to get things in place, but it's too big this time, so we need to find somewhere in between. And I think if we'd have just stuck to the original plan of just having one plot, it might have worked a little better.
Students are reminded it's not too late to change everything about yourself.
In fairness, we're only about 20 or 30 short of where we were at the end of last term, so it hasn't been that much of a difference. But given that all of our infrastructure is in place for next year, we might have a better year, and I might actually be surprised by the time the next one comes around. But you can see we are starting to really hemorrhage money, which is dangerous because it means we can't make any adjustments for the next term, and the teachers that we do have are the teachers that we're going to have to stick with. Like, we can't take out loans, we can't respond to student demands and requests, we can't hire new janitors. We are stuck in this perpetual kind of debt spiral. So unless we can remove more invaders quickly and make money off them, which again we can't do because they're getting through slowly but surely, they're causing damage, and the janitors aren't getting to them quick enough,
But it's not always the case.
then the timer just runs out
Academic year,
and
in case you hadn't
we
noticed.
get the smaller amount of money. So again, that's because the maze is too big. If it was more compact and they had these areas where they would end up being driven to crowd control, then it would be a lot easier.
Sometimes I get asked what I would have done had I not gone into the
That being said, we are
intellectual
defeating
trade.
them
Well,
fairly
as a
quickly,
young boy, I
but we've
dreamed
got
of
7
being
days
a
left and 3
spy.
left to find.
Yes, I
We're
played
almost
for
at the
a
end of the
rival
year.
international
We got
industry
160
at
students
late night
leveled up,
dinners
which
at
is
the
not
country's
bad at all.
expense. Sadly, to be a spy, you need to be able to whisper, and I just can't do it. When it comes to disclosing secrets, you don't want to...
I mean, we did pretty well. We won 3 awards and we've ended with 4,000. But that's not even enough to build our new lecture theatre.
Academic year is over.
But we don't need that yet, so that's fine. I can't upgrade the course anymore. What I will do is 8, 16, 24. If I boost the tuition fees up to that much, let's leave the tuition fees at that. That'll bring us in more money. We'll start the next year. We'll see what we get here. And that negates the need for a new lecture theatre.
It's not your year, it's just another year.
I can now place the love bench. We don't need the new lecture theatre. We're not going to build a pastoral support room. We're going to let things go. What we need to do, though, is schedule. We can't afford a sci-fi film, which is a bit of a shame. Dormitories, how are they looking? They're good. They're maxed out. So we're going to get a nice bit of rental income there. Is this doable? Are we going to be able to make this work? We didn't do too badly, all told. We actually managed to improve things, but our combat training stations, we have that research unlocked. We just need to actually upgrade the machines. So hopefully we'll get some money in at the beginning of this year. That should give us enough money to start upgrading those things. Once that's done, our students should learn and level up a bit quicker. We need more janitors to stop the invasions. We also need to hire more improved teachers, of which there's one here who I can't afford. Okay.
Records are looking for the next big thing. Could it be you? Or you? Or even you?
Okay, right.
If someone plays one of your songs on Bungle Music, we'll show our big pile of money a framed picture of you. Bungle Music. It's not about the money. Well, not for you anyway.
Issues can interfere with your studies. Go to the nurse.
Yeah, so I think the big problem here has been we made everything too big. And it's just caused this chaos that we're facing right now. I still think we'd probably get 300. We're not far off that now. But I think breaking the 500 barrier is not going to happen in this run, maybe. I mean, I'm saying that right now, and we're almost at 200, which means we're starting to outpace the last run. So this might end up turning around into a bit of a surprise, but we'll just see. We'll see. We'll just sit on it and we'll see how it all goes. Okay. We can actually afford to upgrade the combat training stations. Both of them, which is really going to help. I don't know what to say, because this is starting to turn into a potential winning strategy, despite the fact that I thought it was about to flop completely. So we're going to persevere. We're going to see out the rest of this year. We're at 193 students leveled up, and that is surprising. I can't remember exactly where we'd gotten to last time, but we're starting to clean up as well, and I should be able to hire a few more janitors now as well. So we grab one there, and just having them do everything has actually helped us out quite a bit as well with the janitors.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. There's a class starting on campus. Funny that. Intruders on campus. You know what to do.
That's 200. Okay. Not bad at all. What are we going to get for income this month? We again continue to make money, and we can start putting in things that the students are asking for. Okay. Right. While we've got a little bit of money, let's schedule in one single sci-fi film right there. And if I have the money, I'm going to hire another janitor.
For you on the story of a zoo worker that fell into the gibbon enclosure. We're now hearing that the employee is rising through the gibbon's social structure. Fascinating stuff. There's no word on what gibbons are, but I believe they're a kind of amphibious cat.
Well,
Little smooth
this
creatures with
will be a
whiskers,
turn up
big
for the
bushes,
books if it all goes to plan. Right, what else? What's next? The Prince dummy. Again, we can place these in each room and they will improve our students, because that's based on the course that they're doing. We'll put the Princess dummy in as well.
Weather report.
And what else can we put in? Nope, nothing else. Okay, well, this is all good. It's part of the course, so it levels up the students when they do it. And our invader situation is being dealt with pretty well. Colour me surprised, eh? We are doing quite well. 7 students are at risk of failing, but that's mainly because they've probably taken 6 years to actually get to their first classes of the term. The mess is something that we need to sort out. But again, we come to the end of the month and we've made profit again, which means we can actually quickly duplicate one of these private tuition rooms. We can't because we haven't got the money to do so, so we will just leave it then. What are we like? What are we looking at for teachers? How is my current staff quota?
Janitor needed.
That is a level 1 teacher. You are being sacked, and Peggy Tingle, you are also going the distance. Let's hire both of these teachers. There we go. Right, good. We'll put this flat player. You know what I mean? The flat flower planter. And that takes us to 250 students leveled up. Or it will do. Another sci-fi film down, and we've cleared out some invaders, which means we'll quickly schedule in another sci-fi film. We can put one in there. And another one. Oh, we can't. We've got no money left for that. That's fine, though.
The campus provides healthcare for its students. Well, it should.
Can we hire another teacher or janitor? Teacher or janitor? Teacher or janitor? We'll go with this janitor with 5 maintenance. And then hopefully again by the end of this month we will have enough money to schedule in another sci-fi film.
By Professor Hamish Curlybacks of the Pebbly Frog Sanctuary, who tells me gibbons are nothing like an amphibious cat. What's going on, Hamish?
Ooh,
That's right, Ricky. Gibbons are actually, well, they're
No.
mammals and apes, much like ourselves.
we didn't.
Very long
Okay,
arms. Apes, you see.
that's rough. I was hoping that we'd at least make some money, but we lost money. That puts us in a difficult situation because we need money now if we're going to actually progress any further. I've also just realized I might have not. Oh no. That's one thing I forgot to do. I forgot to remove the pay review and forgot to change their break requirements, which are not good.
Lovely. Intruders on campus. You know what to do.
Not good at all. But we haven't actually. I'm quite surprised that it's kind of gone okay. And it certainly is, like we've already mentioned, it's something that we can take when we come back to do this again. I think it's definitely possible to do 600 levels at least in this, and maybe get even further. And I think if we just tweak the strategy a little bit, I'll be able to do that. We're at 288 there, 289. So we're going to hit 300 potentially by the end of this month. If we get a bit more money in, we can then schedule further sci-fi films. I don't think we need any higher than a level 3 teacher. We haven't even finished upgrading the actual facilities there either, so that's something else that we need to consider. I suppose the one good thing is that the invaders are taking so long to get there that the timer runs out by the time they actually do arrive at the campus, so that does kind of give us a slight advantage. We do have enough money to schedule in another sci-fi film, so we will do that, and we'll put it in the first month of April. And this should take us up over 300. There we go, 300. So we've at least done the bronze objective. The gold objective, sorry. But I'm like 210 off my record that we set earlier on. So a long way to go, basically. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can't blaze the crazy taxi machine because I got no money.
Extra tuition can be found in the teacher's office. Stop bothering me.
But you can see the invaders, they're getting places, but they're not actually being able to do any damage, really. They get wiped out pretty quickly when they get through the maze. So this kind of method has worked in a sense, but because it's so big, it causes issues like, you know, the battleground needs maintenance now because
It's raining fire.
somebody's actually managed to get to it. We're going to pick up this janitor here and we're going to have him go and maintain that. That fixes that so the students can continue to learn. And yeah, that's okay. That's fine. We've got 2 invaders left. I think we'll manage to get them now. Surely, 6 days left and 2 left to kick out. So if we do manage to remove all of them, we get a larger money, a larger bonus for doing that. We did get them all, which gave us $20,000. So that is going to allow us to schedule in a load of sci-fi films. We'll put one there, and we'll put another one there. And we can just squeeze another one in that point there. Now, also bear in mind, compared to the last run that we did, I haven't had a medical office. And I also didn't upgrade the course higher so that I needed to have... I've got less students, basically, in this one, which works against us because there's less students to level up in that case. So again, that's another thing, because we spent so much money improving this part of the campus, we ended up neglecting our overall student numbers. So I definitely think there's a medium to be found here. We're at 341. we will have more invaders coming. So let's... Ooh, oh, yes. That's a good teacher. And now, do we have another... So there's a decent janitor there. Just shy of being able to afford them. Now I can afford them. No, I can't. A little bit shy of that still. Come on. There we go. All right.
Students with medical issues should go to the health clinic.
So if I can level up
Would campus intruders please not
probably 50 students in the next 4 months, I'll get to 550. 50 students every month for the next 4 months, right up until the end of the year. That might push me over and break the record again. The problem now is I can't do anything more because I think I'm at the point where I'm just going to start losing money hand over fist. We don't have any more real profit to be made. We've got waves coming in again of invaders. I think we'll be able to sort this wave out though, and that should give us a nice tidy profit. Our janitors are pretty good, so hopefully our students can just focus on leveling up. But like I said, I think we might be done. There's not all we can now do is wait for the end of the year. I think maybe more private tuition might help us, because we do have students queuing for that. But we can do this. We can at least pull off a decent score. I think if I beat my previous record in this run, then I'll be happy. And I would kind of expect that to be the case. But it's certainly given me food for thought for the next run, where I'll give it another go. Not tonight. I'll probably come back to this one next week, maybe. And we'll see how that goes. So there's not going to be a stream on Monday next week. I am going to be completely out of action. I do have a video queued up. We're going to be going back to Blockbuster Inc. next Monday, so there's a video on that coming out on Monday, and on Wednesday I'll do the third video covering Blockbuster Inc. So pretty in depth, lots talked about in that. I'm quite excited to show that one off. And then the streams will return on Thursday and Friday. So Thursday we'll be playing Tell Me Why again, and then Friday we'll probably do a cozy stream. It won't be Planet Zoo, it'll be something else. It might be this again, or we might, I don't know, we might play something totally different. See what there is. And then on Saturday will be Planet Zoo again. And Sunday this week it's City Skylines coming out. So the first episode in that series begins. And I'm going to try and have City Skylines come out every Sunday. So every weekend you should have a Planet Zoo and a City Skylines to get your teeth into. And hopefully that'll help see you through. But yes, there's no stream next Monday. I'm taking a little bit of time. And yeah, I think we're going to try and do a few bits and pieces outside of the channel to like behind the scenes sort of stuff. I might even play Blockbuster Inc. live next Friday, so we have like a full week of coverage on that game. But yes, it's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. I think it'll be pretty good. Maybe I'll play the Tenants actually. We can place a potted tulip, which is good. But I mean, yeah, like I said, there's nothing we can do here. It is done. We're not making any money. We're not going to pull any more money in, unless, like, if we were to demolish something. What we got both battlegrounds in use and a lecture theatre, so we could actually get rid of the jousting field at the end of this. Well, we could get rid of the jousting field now. We don't actually need it at all. So we'll get rid of that, right? And then I'll quickly pause it. and I will duplicate this private tuition room. And is there going to be enough in the budget to duplicate another one? No. So we now have 4 private tuition rooms. Let's see if just doing that squeezes in a little bit more. Because there were a lot of students queuing up for private tuition there, so we might actually be able to squeeze a few more levels in here. But yeah, I think 398 is the best we can. Well, we're definitely not getting over 500 this time. I mean, let's see. Can we duplicate this again yet? No. Wonder how much that room cost us. I don't think we're far off. So we'll just kind of leave it, and we'll just see if we can get another private tuition and just do a big push. Although right now they're not going to be in private tuition because they're going to be in lessons. So an extra private tuition room now isn't going to help. Our janitors are just getting out now to meet the invaders. We'll drop another one in here. He can just sweep litter for now, but he's the back line, the last line of defense. He's gonna be like, "You shall not pass."
Students with medical issues should go to the health clinic.
And finally, just before I do, not that I think it's going to help, we'll book one last sci-fi film right at the end of the year and just see what it does. I will be resting up as well, Georgia. Don't you worry about that. Especially on Monday. It's going to be my complete day off where I don't do anything at all. Because I'm ahead of schedule on a few things at the moment, so that's really good. It's given me a bit of a chance to just chill out and have a bit of time to myself, playing some things that I don't actually play on the channel, and playing games that I just play away from YouTube and stuff, so that's been fun. But yeah, I think we will sign off because I think this one is done. We are 60 odd short of what I was hoping for. But between 550 and 600 is definitely achievable. I think we overexerted ourselves in this one, and that kind of left us short right at the end of the year, which is a bit of a shame because I thought we could have improved things, but I definitely think I aimed too high like Icarus, and our wings were clipped and we fell back down to earth with a bit of a crash. But yes, we'll call it there for the night. So thank you for watching tonight. It was fun to hang out, and I'm looking forward to the next streams and the next videos and whatever's coming up, and I hope you are too. I hope you're coping well with the heat, unlike myself, because I am sweating. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time on stream or whenever you decide to watch a video. Planet Zoo coming out this weekend, which is going to be quite exciting. We finally introduce you to the crater, which I'm looking forward to really showing off. So thanks for watching, guys. That is going to end it for tonight. I think we're going to probably get about 465 or 464, and that will be the end there. 466. There we have it. Well, I'll see you guys.